Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. National Financial Literacy Month is celebrated in April, which is a great opportunity for us to check and promote our financial situation and skills. Joining me for this segment, we have Jeffrey Swett, financial advisor and leader of the Swett Wealth Management of UBS, to discuss the value of financial education and how the education system can focus on both financial and mental well-being. Jeff, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
It's nice to be here.
All right, you got it. And financially literate children and young people are able to act responsibly with money. How can parents begin educating them about finances in their early years?
Well, I think the key you just mentioned is the early years. You want to start young. And just like it's easier for kids to learn how to ski or learn a language than it is for adults to do so, you really want to get kids started early and just make this a part of their upbringing. Another thing to keep in mind is that you need to make it fun, right? Kids enjoy interaction, they enjoy games, not so much textbooks, right? So it's really important to engage them, make it fun. And then lastly, you want to provide some incentives. Kids like rewards, and it can be very simple. It does not have to be complicated, but I would say those three things are really important for parents to remember.
The value of financial education in many ways can help students gain back lost confidence or gain confidence in general. How can the education system focus on both financial and mental well-being?
Yeah, well, I think the combination is key. And if you think about it, financial well-being and mental well-being really are interrelated, right? Because we all know that it's impossible to be happy with just money alone. Money does not bring happiness, but at the same time, it's also difficult to be completely happy if you're always worried about money. So it's really important for us to engage and enable our kids to become competent, not necessarily experts, but competent about the basics of finance, because it will allow them to grow into young adults and feel very confident and comfortable with their own individual decisions. And it's really something that we can work on collectively as a society. There was great news just last month that came out of the state of Florida, where Florida is now the 11th state to require a credit for financial education in order to graduate from high school. So I think in general, we're moving in the right direction, and having that combination of in-person and virtual learning is really key to allowing kids to develop into mentally and emotionally sound human beings in our society today.
Yeah, Jeff, that is quite encouraging to hear. We place so much on STEM, the more advanced mathematics courses, but not enough on basic day-to-day of budgeting and debt management. So it is encouraging to hear school systems like Florida coming online and making it a requirement. Let's talk a little bit more about the importance of continuing financial literacy programs and what we have learned in a virtual environment, because I don't think virtual learning is 100% going away. What resources are available to parents for educating their children virtually about financial considerations?
Yeah. Well, I think the key is to remember that both a combination of in-person and virtual is best. And we at UBS here have terrific partners in terms of developing virtual content. So what we're able to do is send out virtual content videos to clients. And these are really good resources because they're all different levels. We have videos for kids as young as kindergarten, and we also have videos for older people, adults, post-college. And there's a big difference in the content there, which is also very important. So for example, the kindergartners, we talk about allowance and how to spend versus save your allowance and the time value of money starting early. But then when we get into more advanced classes, we talk about the investments, the basics of investments, debt, equity, credit scores, mortgages, et cetera. So the video content that's available to people has been quite helpful for most of our clients.
All right, Jeff, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thanks, Jill.